down and about 7.
Second and 7 for Kanab. Whit Bunting back to pass now. Big rush by Roger Laws. The pass is out there for Wade Orton. He makes the catch, but it's knocked away by Perry Berenson. The Broncos pick it up and running for a touchdown, but no, it'll be ruled an incomplete pass. Dale Roberts had the football and was racing for the goal line, but it will be called back. It was an incomplete pass and a good defensive play by Perry Berenson, who hit Wade Orton right in the back, right as he caught the ball and jarred it loose for an incomplete pass. Third down and 7 now, but a penalty flag is down, so let's hold everything right here. 7-6, Kanab is out in front on a touchdown run by Whit Bunting.
Unsportsmanlike conduct is called. That will be a walk-off of 15 yards.
The Broncos are hit with an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, 15 yards, and a first down for Kanab. First down for Kanab. That'll move the ball all the way down to the Bronco 32-yard line after an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on San Juan. First and 10 for Kanab at the Bronco 32-yard line. Whit Bunting on the quarterback option, cuts up the middle, has some running room, breaks it across the green. He's in the clear. He's to the 10-5, touchdown. Whit Bunting on a 32-yard touchdown run. And a fine run it was by Bunting, who had the quarterback option, cut back across the grain down the far sideline, turned on the speed, and gets in for the score. A 32-yard touchdown run for Whit Bunting, number 12, the quarterback of Kanab. And the Cowboys jump out in front by a score of 13-6, and Mike Geiger comes in to try the extra point. Whit Bunting, a 32-yard score. And Bunting now has both of the Cowboy touchdowns. The extra point by Geiger is off to the right, no good. And the score remains Kanab 13, San Juan 6. Still in the first quarter of play. And I kind of figured we might have a high-scoring ball game. Kanab has been averaging over 30 points a ball game. And it's just hard to shut down that Kanab offense. And the Broncos will just have to match the Kanab scoring attack. It's 13-6 at this point, still in the first quarter. A quarterback keeper up the middle from 2 yards out for Whit Bunting for the first touchdown. The extra point by Geiger was good. Second touchdown, an explosive, very nice 32-yard touchdown run by Bunting. The extra point by Geiger this time was no good. Broncos touchdown again coming on the beautiful 85-yard kickoff return by Delton Pugh, his second of the season. And again, back to receive for San Juan, Jens Nielsen deep in the middle, Delton Pugh on the left side, and on the far side is Delton Pugh. And there's a high deep kick, and it will go out of bounds as Paul McDonald watches it go out of bounds, and San Juan will get it first and 10 on the 40.
San Juan the ball on the 40-yard line.
First and 10 for San Juan on their own 40-yard line. Good field position. Again, the Bronco offense has only run 3 plays from the line of scrimmage, and now they finally have a chance to get things going. John Raymond brings the offense up. Delton Pugh goes in motion this side. Raymond hands off to the first man through, Larry Turk, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage for little or no gain. Well, actually, Larry Turk, the big guy, got about 3 yards. Turk getting more than it appeared. Larry Turk, 6 foot, 190-pound senior fullback, bullying his way for 3 big yards. Second down and 7 now for San Juan at their own 43. I formation. Jens Nielsen to the far side. In the slot is Theron Yoakum. Raymond back to pass, firing deep over the middle. It's intercepted by Whit Bunting down at the 35. Strong safety Whit Bunting picks it off, intended for Jens Nielsen over the middle. First turnover of the game for the San Juan Broncos. First and 10 for Kanab now at their own 37-yard line. Excellent coverage by the Cowboys. Whit Bunting putting on quite a show here for Kanab, both offensively and defensively. Backs are in the split formation. Bunting is back to pass, fires over the head of Robertson on a quick pitch to the tight end coming across the middle. Todd Black on the coverage for San Juan, incomplete on the play, and it's 2nd down and 10 for Kanab. Jeff Marcel reporting as the Broncos try to come from behind now. They're down by a score of 13-6, still in the first quarter of play. Bunting calling signals. Bunting pitches back to Wade Orton in the backfield, and he's going to throw a pass. He's looking deep downfield for Bunting, and an over-the-head catch is almost made by Bunting. He juggles it. Nice defensive play there by Todd Black to make sure that Bunting didn't come up with the acrobatic catch. Wade Orton with the pass attempt falls incomplete. And it's 3rd down and 10 for Kanab. That was a beautiful pass by Orton, and Bunting almost made a beautiful acrobatic catch over the head. But as he started to juggle it, Todd Black put on a hard hit, and the ball fell to the ground. And it's 3rd down and 10 for Kanab at their own 37-yard line. 13-6, Kanab out in front in the first quarter of play. Bunting calling signals a passing situation. He drops straight back in the pocket on 3rd and 10. Looks across the middle and has a receiver. Is it complete? A diving attempt made there. The officials say, did he bounce it or did he make the acrobatic catch? And the officials say, yes, he did make the catch. And that's Weston Huntington, number 26. And he's got enough for a 1st down. A 12-yard pickup across the middle to Weston Huntington, number 26. And that moves the ball clear up to the 49-yard line. 1st down, number 7 for Kanab. Bunting is now 2 for 3, both completions to Huntington. 1st and 10 for Kanab, up near midfield now. Bunting, quarterback option, and he cuts it back up the middle, and he's tripped up at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for a couple of yards. Farley Roberts making the defensive play for San Juan. Bunting will pick up 4 yards on the carry. Whit Bunting has carried 5 times out of the quarterback slot on that quarterback option for 49 yards and 2 touchdowns. 2nd down and 6 now for Kanab in Bronco territory at the 48. Whit Bunting brings the Cowboys to the line in their colorful red and white uniforms. Back to pass now as Bunting drops deep in the pocket. Out to Scotty Robertson, makes the catch, breaks the tackle almost, and holding on to the tackle is Todd Black. A fine open field tackle because Robertson had a lot of running room if Black doesn't make the stop. But Todd Black did come up with a defensive tackle, and that will be another 1st down for the Kanab Cowboys as the ball goes down to the 38-yard line, and that will be a pickup of about 8 yards on the pass completion to Robertson. And that will be the end of the first quarter of play with the score, the Kanab Cowboys 13, the San Juan Broncos 6. I'm Jeff Marcel reporting for 79 KUTA. We'll switch sides of the field now as we get set for the 2nd quarter of action. Very exciting first quarter of play. Kanab with 2 touchdowns. Whit Bunting on the running end of both of those scores. And the Broncos with an 85-yard kickoff return by Delton Pugh, his 2nd of the year.
8-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Kanab Cowboys at that point.
As we start the 2nd quarter of play, Whit Bunting hands off to Eric Brown, who breaks through the secondary, out to the outside. He's in the secondary, nobody's going to catch him, and Eric Brown is off to the races. A touchdown, 38-yard score for Eric Brown, number 24. And he did a lot of that on his own. Eric Brown found the holes, broke a couple of tackles, and then just got in the secondary and exploded with that speed. 38-yard touchdown run for Eric Brown.
38 yards.
Already, Eric Brown has 62 yards rushing and only 4 carries. Suddenly, the score is 19-6 Kanab, and the speed of Eric Brown is just tough to defense.
Timeout for Kanab.
The Cowboys have called a timeout to discuss strategy for the extra point, whether to go for 2 or for the 1 point. And before we do get the extra point off, let's tell you that Canyonlands Texaco is one of this year's Bronco football sponsors. Canyonlands Texaco is your Uniroyal dealer. They stock Uniroyal tires to fit everything from small cars to large trucks. And for any and all of your banking needs, visit your local First Security Bank in Blanding. They're another one of this year's fine San Juan Bronco boosters. The Cowboys trying to determine whether to go for 1 point or 2 points on the touchdown conversion. 19-6, Kanab in front. A beautiful 38-yard touchdown run for Eric Brown, and the Cowboys lead 19-6. They're going for 2 now to try to make up for the missed extra point by Geiger on their second touchdown. Whit Bunting back to pass, quickie over the middle to Robertson. He's got it for the 2-point conversion. Whit Bunting, a quick pass over the middle to tight end Scott Robertson, number 5, and the 2-point conversion is good, and Kanab leads it by a score of 21-6 as we just start the second quarter of play.
21-6, I think I said. 21-6.
The Broncos need to get something going on offense. The Cowboys have totally dominated time of possession, and San Juan needs to pick up a couple of first downs. In fact, they have yet to pick up a first down in the ball game, whereas Kanab has a total of 7. Back to receive again for San Juan, Jens Nielsen, Delton Pugh, and Paul McDonald. 21-6, Kanab in front as we just are underway in the second quarter of action here in Kanab. Mike Geiger tees it up for the Cowboys. Broncos now going right to left across your television screen or radio dial, whichever you happen to be watching or listening to as we do a simulcast for Channel 13 as well as KUTA Radio. Poor kickoff by Geiger, and the San Juan Broncos will get the ball 1st and 10 at the 40 once again as the ball trickles out of bounds. San Juan trying to get their offense on gear. John Raymond has only attempted 1 pass. That was picked off by Whit Bunting. And the Broncos have yet to get anything going on the ground either. 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Good field position, and San Juan comes to the attack. Craig Swenson over the football at center. Roberts and Berenson at the guards. Here's the handoff to Larry Turk. He explodes into the secondary, and he's close to a first down. He's got it up at midfield. Larry Turk with a fine carry up to midfield for 10 yards and a first down. Nice hole opened up there on the right side by Perry Berenson and Mark Guyman. Berenson, 6'3", 190-pound right guard, and Mark Guyman, the 6'3", 180-pound senior, the right tackle, blowing up a big hole. And Turk runs for 10 big yards and a first down, the first down for San Juan. Right at midfield, Raymond hands off to Larry Turk again. He struggles for 2, maybe 3 yards before finally being stopped there by the Kanab Cowboys. Larry Turk has now carried 4 times for a total of 20 yards. It's 2nd down and 7 for San Juan.
2nd down and 8.
21-6, Cowboys out in front. San Juan trying to mount a scoring attack here. The Broncos are in Cowboy territory at the 47-yard line. 2nd and 7 as Raymond calls signals. Long count. It's a handoff up the middle to Jeff Nielsen. He stopped in the backfield. Nice defensive play made there by number 72, Robert Reed. Reed is a 5'10", 170-pound senior. Fine unassisted solo tackle, dropping Jeff Nielsen for no gain. 3rd down and 8 yards to go. Actually, Jeff Nielsen lost a yard on the carry. 3rd and 8 from the Kanab 48, and Raymond will be in a passing situation once again. Raymond will be looking for Jens Nielsen, who has caught 15 passes so far this year for 300 yards, averaging 20 yards a reception. Raymond drops back to pass, looks across the middle, and it's incomplete, intended for Delton Pugh, who was covered nicely by the Kanab secondary. Raymond had to thread the needle there, almost did it, but the coverage was too good by the Cowboys. So now it's 4th down and 8 at the Cowboy 48, and Corwin Yazzie will come in and punt it away. Yazzie drops back to the Bronco 40-yard line. Eric Brown and Wade Orton back to receive. Good snap. Yazzie gets off a nice high kick, coming down to Wade Orton. He catches the ball, fumbles it away, scramble for it, and the Broncos have it at the Cowboy 26. Falling on the football is number 66, Craig Swenson. And San Juan gets another break. That's the second turnover on the Kanab Cowboys. They fumbled the first play of the game, and the Broncos got it. Now a fumbled kick, or on the punt, by Wade Orton, and Craig Swenson was right there to fall on it. 1st and 10 for San Juan at the Kanab 28-yard line. Craig Swenson with a heads-up defensive play, and San Juan's in great field position. Handoff to Jeff Nielsen, has a lot of running room on the right side. Jeff Nielsen running hard behind Perry Berenson and Mark Guyman again on that right side. And Jeff Nielsen picks up good yardage. Let's see where they mark it. Jeff Nielsen gets 6 yards on the carry.
Jeff Nielsen.
So far on the season, Jeff Nielsen has carried 26 times for a total of 70 yards in 3 ball games. The leading Bronco rusher is John Raymond. Handoff up the middle, Larry Turk booming toward the first down yardage. Larry Turk is going to be close to the first down. He's inside the 20. And let's wait for an indication.
42, the ball carrier.
Check that. That was not Larry Turk. Theron Yoakum. No, yes, it was. It was Larry Turk in the middle there. And they are going to measure for the first down. Turk or Yoakum up the middle in the mad scramble. They pick up the first down. I believe it was Larry Turk up the middle there for a pickup of 4 yards and a first down for San Juan. 1st and 10 for the San Juan Broncos at the 17-yard line of Kanab. San Juan looking to score. They're down 21-6 in the second quarter. John Raymond hands off to Jeff Nielsen. Breaks a couple of tackles, dives for extra yardage. He was tripped up the line of scrimmage. Jeff Nielsen had good balance there and dove forward, scrambling for that extra yardage. And Nielsen picks up a total of 3 yards on the carry.
2nd and 7. Get the ball on about what looks to be the...
Jeff Nielsen gets inside the 15 to about the 14. 2nd down and 7 at the 14-yard line of the Cowboys. John Raymond hands off, second man through is Jeff Nielsen once again. He's banging down near the 10-yard line. Short of the first down. And they'll mark Jeff Nielsen down to the 11. A pickup of 2 yards. Jeff Nielsen has now carried 5 times for 10 yards. 3rd down and 5 now at the Cowboy 12. Big 3rd down situation here for John Raymond. 21-6, Cowboys out in front here in the second quarter of play. Broncos need a touchdown here. 3rd and 5, Raymond, second man through, fakes to both backs, looks into the end zone, and Nielsen breaks one way, and the pass went the other way, and it goes incomplete.
Pass by number 9, John Raymond, is over the head.
It will be 4th down and 5 at the Cowboy 12, and let's see if Corwin Yazzie will try a field goal. Yazzie's trotting onto the field with the tee, and it looks like that will be the choice here. San Juan is at the 11-yard line. 4th down and 5 yards to go. And it looks like they're going for the field goal here. Corwin Yazzie will tee it up at about the 23. It's a 33-yard field goal for Corwin Yazzie, and it's blocked. Blocked by the Kanab Cowboys. They fall on the football out around the 25, and the scoring drive is all for naught. The Broncos come away empty. They moved it all the way down to the 11, but couldn't put any points on the board as Corwin Yazzie has a field goal attempt blocked from 33 yards out. Kanab takes over now, 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. The Kanab Cowboys, they were the state runner-ups last year in 1A, losing to Beaver. However, they defeated Beaver twice in the regular season. The Broncos beat Beaver last year 14-0 in Beaver. But they're having troubles against this tough Kanab team with 4 returning all-state players on offense. Hal Johnson, Whit Bunting, Eric Brown, of course, and an offensive lineman, Darren Tate, are all all-state players returning from last year's team. And Kanab has an experienced senior ball club this year, and they've already beaten Beaver, and they figure to be the #1 ranked team in the state in Class A. On the carry, it's up to the 30-yard line. Second down and about 6 yards to go for the Cowboys. Bunting is back to pass. Pass rushes on. A screen is set up to Eric Brown, but a flag is down. Brown is running for a lot of running room. He's up to the 46-yard line. Good enough for a first down before stopped by Perry Berenson and Dell Roberts, but a flag is down deep in the backfield, and that usually indicates either holding or roughing the passer. Let's wait for the call. It's holding on the Cowboys, and that nullifies a fine screen play and a fine run by Eric Brown that went all the way from the 30 up to the 46. Tough break for the Cowboys. That moves the football all the way back to about the 17-yard line, 16-yard line. Second down and 18 yards to go now for Kanab. That's their third major penalty for 45 yards. They're back at the 18 now as Whit Bunting goes back to pass, looking for Weston Huntington, makes a fine one-handed catch, breaks 2 tackles, breaks 3 tackles, and is all the way up to the 24. Just a little flip out of the backfield by Huntington. Did a good job just to catch the football. And he made a nice run to pick up good yardage from the 16 up to the 24, a pickup of 8 yards for Huntington. He's caught 3 passes for 60 yards now.
13.
And Whit Bunting is now 4 out of 5 through the air for the Cowboys. Still third down and about 13 or 14 yards to go for Kanab. They've got to get all the way up to the 40 or the 37 for the first down. One back in the backfield, Hal Johnson, as Bunting goes back to pass on 3rd and long, firing deep downfield. Jens Nielsen settles underneath it, and he might have the interception. Yes, he does. Jens Nielsen picks off a Whit Bunting pass at the 37-yard line of San Juan. Pass intended for Wade Orton, and good coverage by the strong safety of the Broncos, Jens Nielsen, number 48. That's the 3rd turnover on the Kanab Cowboys. First and 10 for San Juan. They'll mark it on the Bronco 38-yard line. San Juan now on the move. 21-6, they are down here in Kanab. John Raymond calling signals with the backs in the I formation. Jens Nielsen comes to the near side. Raymond drops back to pass. Screen set up the other way nicely to Todd Black. Todd Black runs out to the 40, to the 45-yard line before being brought down there. Not enough for the first down, but a well-executed screen play by Raymond to Todd Black. And by the time it's marked, it's a 6-yard pickup for Black.
The pass was good for about
First completion for John Raymond.
2nd and 4.
Second down and 4 for San Juan at their own 45. Todd Black on the season has caught 8 passes for 108 yards. He's averaging over 13 yards a reception. Second down and 4 yards to go now for San Juan. Theron Yoakum coming in motion to the near side. Handoff, first man through up the middle is Larry Turk. He's stacked up right at the line of scrimmage for little or no yardage.
Very little gain there.
Third down and 4 yards to go still. A short 4. Turk might have picked up a yard on the play.
Brings up 3rd and
Broncos need a scoring drive. 21-6 is the score. Kanab out in front. Broncos got their score on an 85-yard kickoff return by Delton Pugh. Raymond calling signals now. San Juan trying for a first down on 3rd and 3. Dropping back to pass. The rush is on across the middle. Raymond has nowhere to throw as the blitz gets in there. Raymond got it off before he was sacked, and now it will be 4th down and 3.
for the passer, no pass falls incomplete. Brings up the 4th down.
Punting situation as Corwin Yazzie comes back into the game for San Juan. Broncos having a tough time moving against this tough Cowboy defense.
Get back to kick.
Yazzie will be punting on 4th and 3. He's back at the Bronco 35, gets the kick away. Nice high kick. It's over the head of Wade Orton. Takes a Bronco bounce. It's to the 10, down to around the 5, and the San Juan Broncos will down it inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. And that's an excellent punt by Cor Winyazi. That's about a 50-yard punt down on the 8-yard line for Cor Winyazi. And the Cowboys will start deep in their own territory, and they'll mark it 1st and 10 on their own 8-yard line. And San Juan needs to force a turnover here. The Cowboys have had 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and 1 interception. Broncos with just the 1 interception. But the Cowboy defense has been very tough.
Kanab has the ball on the 8-yard line. 1st and 10 on the 8-yard line.
Whit Bunting brings the Cowboys to the line. Handoff, first man through, up the middle is Hal Johnson. Johnson gets some breathing room for the Cowboys.
That was Hal Johnson through the line for...
He was stopped there by the interior of the Broncos line. Pickup of 3 yards for Hal Johnson on the carry. 21-6 Cowboys. We're in the 2nd quarter of play. Backs in the split formation. A handoff to Hal Johnson again. He's up near 1st down yardage, up near the 20. Big hole for Hal Johnson before he's finally stopped there by Sean Jack, I believe, number 40. Yes, it was. Sean Jack making an unassisted tackle there, or Hal Johnson had much more yardage. Hal Johnson, an 8-yard pickup and a 1st down. He's carried 7 times for 22 yards. 1st and 10 at the 20 now for Kanab. Whit Bunting on the quarterback option. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2 tackles, and finally stopped out at the 30-yard line. A nice unassisted tackle by Dale Roberts, but he got away from Farley Roberts and Craig Swenson before Dale finally got the tackle. Fine running by Whit Bunting, and a 1st down up at the 30-yard line. Whit Bunting is now carried 6 times for 60 yards, averaging 10 yards a carry. About halfway through the 2nd quarter of play, the score is Kanab 21, San Juan 6. This is Jeff Marcel reporting for 79 KUTA. The Broncos down on the field. Kanab with 8 first downs to the San Juan Broncos 1. Jens Nielsen was the injured Bronco, but he's up now and appears to be all right.
48 down for a while, Jens Nielsen. He's one of the San Juan captains coming in to take his place.
Kanab will have it 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Again, no clock here in Kanab, so we can't keep you up to date on how much time is left in the 1st half. Bunting calling signals on 1st and 10 from the Cowboy 30. He's dropping back to pass, looking deep downfield for Eric Brown. Can he run under it? Yes, but he drops the football at the 35-yard line of San Juan. Eric Brown, what speed he displayed as he outran the Broncos secondary. But Brown was running so fast he couldn't come up with a football. Beautiful pass by Whit Bunting. And a tough break there for the Cowboys. Eric Brown had 6 if he holds on to the football, but it slipped through his fingertips. And it's 2nd down and 10, but there was a penalty flag on the field anyway. And they're talking to Perry Berenson, the Bronco captain, so it might have been called back even if Brown would have caught it. Penalty is on the Cowboys. And it's a big penalty. Looks like a big 15-yarder against the Cowboys. Kanab now has a total of 60 yards in penalties. And it's 1st down and 25 yards to go for Kanab. Clear back to the 15-yard line.
Illegal use of the hands.
Illegal use of the hands was the call on the Cowboys. Another penalty. 3 turnovers and 4 major penalties on Kanab. However, they still hold on to that 21-6 lead. Bunting back to pass. Now he's going to scramble out of the pocket. He has some running room. He's up to the 25, to the 30-yard line before he stopped there by Dale Roberts once again. Dale Roberts making a lot of unassisted tackles for the San Juan secondary. A 15-yard pickup for Whit Bunting, scrambling out of the pocket, and he picks up the yardage they lost on the illegal use of the hands call. And it's 2nd down and 10 at the 30-yard line for Kanab.
Out of the hole considerably there. The ball's on the...
Cowboys come up to the line now. Seems like they've had the ball the entire ball game as they're really playing ball control. Bunting back to pass now on 3rd and 10. Flag flies, and good coverage by the Broncos secondary. Perry Berenson all over Weston Huntington. He had no chance to catch that one. Another flag is down, and it could be another holding penalty on the Cowboys. But if it is, I believe the Broncos would decline it. It is another holding penalty on the Cowboys. Well, San Juan might not decline it.
Penalty is holding.
It would be either 3rd and 10 or 2nd down and 25. But that would move the ball clear back to the 15, and on that big 15-yard penalty, San Juan might want to march it backwards, and that's exactly what they're doing. 75 yards in penalties against the Cowboys. But they have such an explosive offense with the speedy Whit Bunting and Eric Brown. They can make up for their mistakes.
25 yards.
The Broncos do take the penalty. It's 2nd down and 25 again, way back at the 15-yard line for the Kanab Cowboys. This game is brought to you in part by Mussey Self-Service in Montezuma Creek and K&C Trading Post in Bluff. Both stores are open from early in the morning until late at night for your shopping convenience. San Juan Bronco football is also being sponsored by the Jackson David Bottling Company of Durango. They invite you to have an ice-cold Pepsi right after the game.
There'll be an orthopedic surgeon there, Dr. Devon Milton, who most of you know.
Timeout is on the field in a 2nd and 25 situation for Kanab at their own 15. 21-6 the Cowboys, and again, we're not sure how much time is left in the 2nd quarter of play. I hope you're enjoying the coverage on Channel 13 from Blue Mountain Cable TV. Jeff Marcel reporting. Nelson Shumway providing the video for you. And here come the Cowboys on 2nd down and 25. Again, Whit Bunting is the quarterback as Brent Hafen came off early in the 1st quarter with a knee injury, and he has yet to re-enter the ball game. Wade Orton comes to the near side, split wide receiver. On 2nd and 25, Bunting drops deep back to pass. Perry Berenson puts on a rush, but it's a quick flip out to Eric Brown, who has some blockers. He has big running room. He's up to the 40, to the 50, into Bronco territory at the 40, still on his feet. Whit Bunting to Eric Brown. This is going to go for an 85-yard touchdown. Eric Brown is almost unstoppable. What speed! 85-yard touchdown play from Whit Bunting to Eric Brown on a little quick flip out of the backfield. Give all the credit to Eric Brown with that speed. Whit Bunting only threw the ball about 5 yards as he just got it released because Perry Berenson was putting on a big rush. Eric Brown was the secondary receiver, I believe. Wade Orton was the primary receiver. But that goes for an 85-yard touchdown pass from Whit Bunting to Eric Brown. And the explosive Kanab Cowboys again make up for their many mistakes. 3 turnovers and 75 yards in penalties in the 1st half. Eric Brown with that blazing speed just ran right by Broncos. There's not much you can do to defense that when the guy is that much faster than you. Eric Brown. And now the Kanab Cowboys go for 2. Whit Bunting on the quarterback keeper, trots in. He fakes the pitch to Eric Brown. It froze the defense, and Bunting trots in for the 2-point conversion. Whit Bunting runs it in from 2.5 yards out, and that makes the score the Kanab Cowboys 29, the San Juan Broncos 6.
29-2. 29-6, I'm sorry.
Whit Bunting is now 5 out of 8 on the game for about 150 yards. This same Kanab team defeated the Monticello Buckaroos here in Kanab by a count of 30-10. And Neil Joslin of KUTA Sports told me that the Cowboys were awfully tough. And look out for Eric Brown, who had blazing speed. And the scouting report was exactly right, as Eric Brown has been simply awesome for the Cowboys. And Kanab is out in front 29-6 here in the first half.
McMullen, will you come up, please? And friends want to see you.
The San Juan Broncos will try to get another kickoff return. That's been their only score, that 85-yard kickoff return by Delton Pugh on the reverse from Paul McDonald. And they're back again to receive this kickoff. It's coming down to Delton Pugh. He's got it at the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, to the 35-yard line. Fine return by Delton Pugh, number 83. San Juan starts 1st and 10 on their own 36-yard line.
On the 36-yard line.
Key statistic, San Juan Broncos with still 1 first down, and that was on a 10-yard run by Larry Turk. John Raymond calling signals. Theron Yoakum goes in motion to the far side. Jens Nielsen spit to the near side. Raymond goes back to pass. Big rush is on, and he's sacked in the backfield. Scott Robertson gets in there to sack John Raymond. Not a very big loss, about 7 yards on the loss. But again, a good pass rush applied by the Kanab defense, and it's 2nd down and 17 for the San Juan Broncos back at the 29. The Kanab Cowboys, undefeated on the year, 3-0, all 3 big, impressive performances. Raymond now tries to get something going. Here's a reverse to Jens Nielsen, and it goes nowhere. Nielsen is dropped in the backfield. Number 48, Jens Nielsen, coming around on that wide receiver reverse, and Jens Nielsen is dropped for a 4-yard loss. Quite a defensive series here for Kanab. Jim Bailey with a fine defensive read, the right side linebacker. 3rd down and 20 yards to go now for San Juan, back at their own 25. Raymond has 1 for 5, and that was on a screen pass to Todd Black, and 1 interception, and he has had very little time to throw in this ballgame, as the Kanab pass rush has been pressuring John the entire ballgame. 3rd and 20, Raymond drops back again. Has to scramble away from 2 would-be return, and it's picked off there by Kanab. Picked off by the Cowboys.
And an interception by number 81, Denny Brown.
Denny Brown, number 81, picks it off for Kanab. 2nd interception by John Raymond. Again, though, he broke 2 tackles, scrambling in the pocket, got the ball away, hurried it once again, and it's picked off.
30-yard line.
And Kanab will have it 1st and 10 at the San Juan 29-yard line. 2nd turnover for the Broncos. 29-6 Kanab, looking very impressive. And the key difference in this ball game has been team speed, or maybe just Eric Brown's speed and Whit Bunting, as those 2 ball players have really displayed some excellent speed for the Cowboys.
There are goodies to eat back of the announcing booth, so you might visit them.
Kanab trying to put some more points on the board. We knew they had an explosive offense coming in, as they've been scoring around 30 points a ball game, and they already have 29 in the first half. 1st and 10 as Bunting rolls out to the left side. Scrambles away from 1 Bronco, scrambles away from a couple other. Now Corwin Yazzie throws him down. The ball flies in the air. Was it an attempted pass or a fumble? Corwin Yazzie into the ball game, takes Bunting by the jersey and throws him down to the ground. And suddenly, with no warning, the half ends here. Again, there's no clock, and we had no idea how much time was remaining in the 2nd quarter. Now we know, as both teams run off the field, there is no time remaining left in the first half. The score at the end of the first half of play, the Kanab Cowboys 29, the San Juan Broncos 6. The San Juan Broncos are coming back onto the field as we get set for the start of the second half of play. Let's recap the first half scoring. The Kanab Cowboys jumped on the scoreboard first. Whit Bunting on a quarterback keeper up the middle from about 1.5 yards, 2 yards out. The extra point by Mike Kiger was good. Kanab led 7-0. Then the San Juan Broncos scored their only touchdown of the first half. An exciting play it was. Paul McDonald took the kick at about the 10-yard line, reversed it to Delton Pugh at about the 15, and Delton Pugh rambled 85 yards for the touchdown. The extra point was no good, and San Juan had made it 7-6. Later in the first quarter, Whit Bunting had a very nice 32-yard touchdown run. The extra point was no good, and that made it 13-6 at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, Kanab added 2 more touchdowns. Eric Brown on a 38-yard touchdown run. Whit Bunting passed to Scott Robertson for the 2-point play. That made it 21-6, and then the big play for Kanab, an 85-yard touchdown pass from Whit Bunting to, again, Eric Brown. Bunting ran in the 2-point conversion, and the halftime score is Kanab 29, San Juan 6. Looking at the first half statistics, the glaring statistic is that Kanab has 8 first downs, San Juan 1. The Cowboys' Whit Bunting is 5 out of 8 through the air, 1 touchdown. Their big receiver, Weston Huntington, has caught 3 for 60. Eric Brown, of course, caught 1 for 85. On the ground, Eric Brown has carried 4 times for 62 yards and a touchdown. Whit Bunting has carried 7 times for 75 yards and 2 touchdowns. For the San Juan Broncos, John Raymond, who has had very little time to throw because of that fierce Cowboy pass rush, Raymond is 1 out of 6 with 2 interceptions. The 1 pass completion was on a screen pass to Todd Black. They have shut out Chance Nielsen, who coming into this game was averaging 100 yards a game in pass receptions. On the ground, Larry Turk has carried 6 times for 25 yards, over 4 yards a carry, and Jeff Nielsen has averaged 2 yards a carry as he has carried 5 times for a total of 10 yards in the first half of play. Kanab had 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles, 1 interception, and they also had 75 yards in penalties in the first half. The Broncos had 2 interceptions, no fumbles, and they only had 20 yards in penalties. So fumbles and penalty-wise, the Broncos played a lot sharper ball game in the first half, but the explosiveness of the Cowboys is the difference in this ball game as Kanab is out in front by a score of 29-6 at the end of the first half of play as we get set for the start of the third quarter. For the biggest selection of Indian arts and crafts in the Southwest, visit Blue Mountain Trading Post, south of Blanding. They are helping to bring you San Juan football on KUTA. Bronco football is also brought to you by the Payday Drugstore in Blanding. Payday Drugstore stocks gift ideas for all occasions, as well as the right card to accompany that gift. 2 Bronco boosters, the Blue Mountain Trading Post and the Payday Drugstore. The San Juan Broncos will receive the second half kickoff. Back to receive again, Chance Nielsen, Delton Pugh, and Paul McDonald. Jeff Marcel reporting on the simulcast for Blue Mountain Cable TV, Channel 13, and 79 AM KUTA Radio. As we get set for the start of the third quarter, Mike Geiger kicks it very short. Coming down with it is Roger Laws. He slips and falls at the 28-yard line. Laws lost his footing, not used to running back those kicks. Number 54, Roger Laws, lineman for the Broncos. That shows you how short the kick was by Geiger, and the Broncos will start 1st and 10 on their own 29-yard line. Again, John Raymond is the quarterback. The backfield, Larry Turk and Jeff Nielsen. The flanker is Delton Pugh. The receivers, Todd Black and Jens Nielsen. The offensive line for the San Juan Broncos, Craig Swenson. At center, Perry Berenson and Ben Roberts at the guards. Mark Guyman and Jeff McDermott at the tackles. Well, check that. Corwin Yazzie is starting at left tackle here in the second half instead of Jeff McDermott. Corwin Yazzie, number 77. First play up the middle for the San Juan Broncos goes for about 4 yards.
For about 3 yards. 2nd and 7.
2nd down and 6 yards to go for San Juan High School. Raymond calling signals, coming in motion is Theron Yoakum to the near side. Handoff up the middle to Larry Turk. Check that, Jeff Nielsen gets the call. And Nielsen picks up a few yards before being stopped there. It's 3rd down and 3.
Brings up 3rd down and about 3 yards to go.
3rd and 3 for San Juan. They're up at the 37-yard line. Again, they only have 1 first down in the ball game, and they're in good position to get a first down here at 3rd and 3. Backs in the I formation. Turk the fullback, and Jeff Nielsen the tailback. Jeff Nielsen breaks through and has a first down up to the 47, 48-yard line. Big hole up the middle. Larry Turk leading the blocking, coming from the fullback spot. Right up the middle behind Craig Swenson, Perry Berenson, and Ben Roberts. And a big pickup from the 37 up to the 47 for Jeff Nielsen. 10-yard carry and a first down for San Juan.
First down.
Jeff Nielsen has now carried 7 times for 23 yards.
7-yard line. First down at that point.
Up to the 47, 1st and 10 for San Juan now. Back still in the I formation. Delton Pugh flanked to the right side. John Raymond drops back to pass. Big rush is on, and he has nowhere to go, and he's sacked again.
A lot of people through the line there.
Looked like the Broncos had a deep pattern set up for Jens Nielsen, who was going deep downfield, but before Raymond could get the pass off, the Cowboy pass rush gets to Raymond for a 7-yard loss again. 2nd down and 17 for San Juan now at their own 41. (29-6), the Cowboys lead it as Raymond hands off to Jeff Nielsen, who's dumped in the backfield. A nice defensive play there by number 56, Jim Bailey.
Tackled by number 56.
Jeff Nielsen picked up maybe 1 yard on the carry, but as soon as he got the handoff, he was upended there by Bailey. It's 3rd down and 15 yards to go for San Juan on their own 42. Raymond brings their team to the line. Yoakum goes in motion to the right side. Raymond drops back to pass now. The rush is on. He gets it out to Todd Black. It's complete across midfield for a first down. John Raymond to Todd Black to about the 47-yard line of Kanab. And that's about a 12-yard pickup from John Raymond to Todd Black. Second completion to Todd Black. The amazing thing is that Jens Nielsen is yet to catch a pass. Wait a minute. That was not enough for the first down. I beg your pardon. It's still 4th and 5.
In the kicking situation.
The Broncos were in a 3rd and 15. And now a bat snap over the head of Corwin Yazzie. Yazzie trying to run down the football. He gets it, but not back until the 25-yard line. It doesn't matter who recovers the football. Kanab has it at the Bronco 25. Bad snap from center over the head of Corwin Yazzie.
Center pass that was over the head of...
Yazzie rounded it down at the 25, but that's where Kanab takes over. No chance for Corwin to get away the punt.
On the 25-yard.
And that will be a turnover on San Juan. 1st and 10 for Kanab at the Bronco 25-yard line. Again, the pass to Todd Black was good for 12 yards, but the Broncos had 3rd and about 17, so they were still faced with 4th down, and that's why they were punting. They did not pick up the first down. Here's a pass from Bunting to Wade Horton. He's scrambling down inside the 10-yard line, a 1st and goal for Kanab. From the 27 down to the 7, a 20-yard pass play from Whit Bunting to Wade Horton. Bunting is now 6 for 9. Wade Horton with a 20-yard pass reception. First down number 9 for Kanab. And Kanab, a very impressive 1A school. 1st and goal to goal from the 7-yard line of San Juan. Whit Bunting, the backs are split. Look for Eric Brown, who's on the left side. It's a handoff to Hal Johnson up the middle, plowing toward the goal line. And he is awfully close. Johnson is down near the goal line before he is brought down there by Sean Jack and Jens Nielsen, among others.
2.5.
Well, actually, it's not as close as I thought. He's down about the 4-yard line. Hal Johnson, a pickup of 3. 2nd down and goal for Kanab. The Kanab offensive and defensive lines are quite bigger than the Broncos. And now it's Johnson up the middle again, and he's inside the 2, down close to the goal line, but he stopped short. The Kanab offensive line, averages 170 pounds per man. The Bronco defensive line goes 164. Going the other way, Kanab's also outweighs the Broncos. When the Broncos offensive line versus the Kanab defensive line. Here's a goal-to-goal, 3rd and goal, and in for the touchdown is Hal Johnson, number 34. Hal Johnson gets in from 2 yards out. The 6'1", 180-pound senior barrels it right up the middle. And the Kanab Cowboys extend their lead. It's 35-6. Kanab goes 27 yards on the score, and Mike Geiger will be on to try for the extra point.
For the extra point, Scott Robertson is holding the ball.
Geiger waiting the snap. There's the snap. Robertson puts it down. Nice high kick, and it's through the uprights and good. 7 points as Mike Geiger tacks on the 1-point extra point conversion. And suddenly the score is Kanab 36, San Juan 6. The Kanab Cowboys, 1A powerhouse. And they have awfully good size for a 1A school. And it doesn't hurt to have 3 all-state players in the backfield, all seniors. Whit Bunting, Hal Johnson, and Eric Brown were all all-state last year as juniors, and coming back as seniors. Kanab is mighty tough.
Will kick off.
Whit Bunting now will kick it off from the 40. It's a nice high kick. Settling underneath it is Paul McDonald. Picks it up at the 10. He's out to the 20, to the 25. McDonald is hit and stopped there as he pushes up to close to the 30-yard line. They'll mark it at the 29.
Number 69.
1st and 10 for the San Juan Broncos at the 29-yard line after the return by Paul McDonald. 36-6, as I believe the scoreboard is now working, the clock that is. At least it shows 7:30 left to go in the 3rd quarter. It did not work in the 1st half. Backs are in the I formation. Going in motion to the right side is Delton Pugh. Handoff to the first man through, Larry Turk. He's up across the 30 to about the 32. Pickup of 3 yards for Turk. 36-6, the Kanab Cowboys.
Big Swenson for a couple of yards. He's up a 2nd down.
2nd down and 7 now for San Juan at their own 32. John Raymond calling signals on the quarterback option, rolling to the near side. He breaks up nicely against the grain and gets up past the 35 to about the 36-yard line. A pickup of another 3 yards on the play.
Along with others.
And surprisingly enough, the Broncos' leading rusher, who is John Raymond on the year, 76 yards in 3 games. That's his first carry from the quarterback spot. The Cowboys have shut down the strength of the Broncos offense. Jens Nielsen, their leading receiver, and John Raymond, their leading rusher. 3rd down and 4 now for San Juan at their own 36. And again, watch for that Kanab pass rush. Raymond drops back to pass. Blitz is on. It's a little outlet pass to Jeff Nielsen. He can't hang on. And again, John Raymond had to hurry the pass. Coming in there in a hurry was another blitz by the Kanab Cowboys. And it's 4th down and 4 from their own 36.
This brings up a 4th down.
And another punting situation for the San Juan Broncos. Going back to receive, the very dangerous Eric Brown, who runs the 100 in well under 10. 9.8, 9.9, somewhere in that vicinity. Corwin Yazzie, another high snap. He jumps up, gets this Punt away, nice high deep kick. Moves Brown back, and he is hit and stopped right at the 30-yard line. Getting down there in a hurry, I believe that was number 84, Todd Black. Yes, it was. Todd Black making sure that the fleet-footed Eric Brown didn't get his wheels to rolling. 1st and 10 for Kanab on their own 31-yard line. They're out in front 36-6 here in the third quarter with 5:44 left to go.
Kanab has the ball on the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 at that point.
Brent Hafen back into the ballgame for Kanab at quarterback. Drops back to pass. Fires out to Scott Robertson. Wide open. He's to the 35, to the 40, up to the 43-yard line, and that's close to a first down.
What looks like to be a first down.
10-yard pick. No, they spotted back is where his knee hit, not where the ball landed, and that will be a 9-yard pickup to Scott Robertson from Whit Bunting. That's his first completion of the ball game. 2nd down and 1 for Kanab at their own 41-yard line. Eric Brown, as good as he is, has only carried the ball 4 times. Kanab really doesn't use him that much out of the backfield. Hafen back to pass again, looking for somebody open. Roger Laws puts on a big rush. Hafen gets it away. Robertson's wide open at the 30, the 20, down to the 15-yard line of San Juan, where Jens Nielsen makes a touchdown-saving tackle. In the hands of David Nielsen, number 64. Roger Laws also putting on the heat on Brent Hafen. All the way down to the 15-yard line, he found Scott Robertson open, even with all that pressure. Fine pass by Hafen, and that goes from the 40 all the way down to the Bronco 15-yard line, and that will be a 45-yard pass play to Scott Robertson. First down at the Bronco 15. Brent Haven now still back into the ball game. Rolling out to the near side. Looking for some receivers. David Black puts on the rush. He flips it out to Eric Brown, and Brown is still on his feet, running over tacklers. He's inside the 10. Might be close to another first down around the 5-yard line. David Black was trying to cover Eric Brown out of the backfield. He checked off of Brown to put on the pass rush, and as soon as he did that, Hafen saw that Black was coming after him and flipped it over to Eric Brown. Heads up play by Brent Haven.
32. Amen.
And let's see where they mark that. That is a first down, a 10-yard pickup to Eric Brown from Haven. And it's a touchdown play up the middle. Hal Johnson once again, big fullback, number 34. Number 34, Hal Johnson, from 4 yards out, up the middle for the touchdown. Second touchdown for Hal Johnson. And the Kanab Cowboys continue to roll. 42-6 now. Geiger on for the extra point conversion. Kicks it nice and high. And it's off to the left, however. And it's no good. Extra point conversion no good by Mike Geiger. But with 4:15 left to go in the third quarter of play, the score, Kanab 42, San Juan 6. Hal Johnson with 2 touchdowns up the middle. Eric Brown, a touchdown running, a touchdown receiving. Whit Bunting has 2 touchdowns. And the Kanab Cowboys are out in front 42-6 with still 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
And the score moves it to 42-6.
Whit Bunting will again kick off for Kanab. Again, Jens Nielsen back to receive along with Delton Pugh. This is Pugh, takes it at the 15 to the 20, running across the far sideline, and he's hit and stopped there. Pugh stopped right around the 20-yard line. That's where San Juan will start 1st and 10. Next action for the San Juan Broncos will be on Friday night, September 24th, as the Broncos travel to Grand County High School in Moab to play the Red Devils. Kickoff time is scheduled for 8 o'clock. San Juan at Moab, Friday night, September 24th. That's the next action for San Juan. After that, the Broncos will be in Cortez on Friday, October 1st. John Raymond calling signals, drops back to pass, has some time this time, and he finds the receiver wide open on the far side, and that's Theron Yoakum, number 42. Yoakum picks up good yardage, a pickup of 8 yards on the play. Raymond now 3 out of 9, and it's 2nd down and 2. And finally, Raymond gets some time to throw the football and gets the complete pass. Skinny Nielsen into the game now for San Juan, number 1. He's to the near side along with Jens Nielsen. Handoff up the middle to Larry Turk, running for good yardage up to the 34-yard line and a 1st down. Pickup of 5 yards for Larry Turk. Turk has carried 9 times for 37 yards. That's the 3rd 1st down for San Juan. 1st and 10 at their own 34. 3:13 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 42-6 Kanab. Backs in the I formation. Raymond drops back to pass, looks across the middle for Jens Nielsen, and it's in and out of his hands. Good coverage there by the Cowboys.
Stopped in there by Whit Bunting and
Whit Bunting in there defensively.
Ken Rose.
Second down and 10 for San Juan. Ball's resting on their own 34. Raymond hands off to Larry Turk, stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and Turk is pushed backwards, back to the 33. That Kanab defensive line averages 175 pounds. For a 1A school, that is huge. The Bronco offensive line averages 172 pounds. Third down and 10 for San Juan, as Turk did not gain any yardage on the prior play.
Third down and 10.
Raymond in another must-pass situation. He drops back to pass, rushes on, throwing deep downfield, and it's batted away by the secondary man out there, and that is Wade Orton. Pass intended out there for Delton Pugh down the sideline. And again, Raymond had to throw the ball before Delton Pugh could work his way open because of that Cowboy pass rush. And it's 4th down and 10 yards to go for San Juan, and Corwin Yazzie will be on again to punt it away. Yazzie gets the snap, gets the kick away. Nice, high. Eric Brown calls for the fair catch and makes the catch at the 30-yard line. That's where Kanab starts. 1st and 10 from their own 30.
Kanab has the ball on the 30-yard line.
Two minutes and 6 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Eric Brown coming out of the ball game now for Kanab. Brent Hafman is still the quarterback. Wade Orton to the near side, and 2 new halfbacks are in the ball game. Pitch out, big hole, running down the near far sideline for Kanab. Down the far sideline, let's get that freshman, is Raymond Ott, number 33, a freshman, 5'6", 125-pounder. Ott, number 33.
Number 33, and that is Darren Ott.
Ott picks up good yardage from the 30 up to midfield, a 20-yard pickup. And let's get the other back in the backfield. That looks like number 22, and that is Heaton, Kimber Heaton. Here's a handoff up the middle. That's Heaton, and he stopped for little or no gain in there defensively for San Juan.
And they got a lot of youngsters in there now.
Kamika Fisher, number 76. Fisher, a 6', 190-pounder, right defensive tackle. Stopped Heaton for no gain.
Played a good game, as he always does.
Heaton, number 22, and Ott, number 33 in the backfield, both freshmen.
That's Larry Clarkson.
And now Hafen back to pass. He's a sophomore. Fires out into the flat, intended for number 14, Larry Clarkson, and it's incomplete. Brent Hafen is now 3 out of 5 on the game, and that makes it 3rd down and 10 for Kanab right around midfield, actually at the San Juan 49. A lot of new faces in the ball game for Kanab at this time as we try to round up the names for you. Brent Hafen, just a sophomore, is in at quarterback. He drops back to pass on 3rd and 10. Looking for a receiver. He finds Weston Huntington, but he's brought down on a nice open field solo tackle by Dale Roberts, number 89. Roberts breaks up the play after about a 3-yard pickup by Huntington, who has caught 4 balls on the game. And it's 4th down and 8 yards to go, and Kanab will have to punt it away. Back to receive the punt will be Jens Nielsen and Delton Pugh for San Juan High School. Kanab at the San Juan 46-yard line. Scott Robertson will be back doing the punting for Kanab. Robertson gets a good snap, gets the kick away left-footed. Comes down to Jens Nielsen, takes it on the run to the 10. He's up to the 15, the 20-yard line, and he's finally knocked out of bounds there at the 25. A flag is down on the field, so let's check the call.
Kick back for about 10 yards. Ball on
the referee's conferring
25-yard line.
with the Cowboys, and let's see what the call is.
There's a penalty.
Looks like the official accidentally dropped his flag. Broncos have it 1st and 10 at their own 25. No penalty on the play. The flag slipped out of the pocket of one of the referees, and the Broncos will start 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line. About a 10-15-yard return there on the punt by Jens Nielsen. San Juan 1st and 10 from their own 25. John Raymond still in at quarterback, and now the buzzer sounds, and that ends the 3rd quarter of play. After 3 quarters of play, the score here in Kanab: the Cowboys 42, the Broncos 6. I'm Jeff Marcel reporting for 79 KUTA. We'll switch sides of the field and start the 4th and final quarter of play. The Cowboy defense has been in total domination of the Broncos on offense. The only score on the 85-yard kickoff return by Delton Pugh.
On a busy street somewhere. Please. Go down on the highway and throw that.
1st and 10 for San Juan on their own 25-yard line. They're going the other way now, left to right across your dial. Pitch back to Jeff Nielsen. He's hit hard and stopped at the 27. Making the stop was number 22, Heaton.
Number 32.
2nd down and 8 now for San Juan. Jeff Nielsen picking up 2 yards on the play.
Raymond Riddle.
From the I formation, it's reversed to Delton Pugh. Pugh breaks into the secondary, breaks a couple of tackles. He's got a 1st down up past the 42-yard line. Fine run on the flanker reverse by Delton Pugh. Pugh gets from the 27 up to the 43-yard line. 16-yard scamper for Delton Pugh on the flanker around. Fine running by Pugh there. 1st down number 4 for the San Juan Broncos, and they're up at their own 42. Raymond rolling out to the left side, has nowhere to go, and he's dumped in the backfield back at the 38-yard line. A loss of about 5 yards on the sack. Second down and 15 now for San Juan on their own 38. Again, Raymond trying to mix up the plays, finding something to counter-react that Kanab pass rush. On second and 15, Raymond drops back to pass, has no time to throw, just has to unload it in the general direction of Jeff Nielsen, number 32, and it falls incomplete. Third down and 15 yards to go for San Juan, still at their own 38-yard line. And it looks like the Cowboys are just sending everyone on the pass rush. Raymond brings his team to the line. Swenson over the ball. Larry Turk and Jeff Nielsen still the backs. Raymond drops back to pass, looks for a receiver, fires out for Jens Nielsen. It's complete across midfield down to the 48-yard line. Nice pickup there across the middle. Jens Nielsen catches his first ball of the game. It goes from the 38. And it's going to be near the first down marker. That's a 15-yard pass play from John Raymond to Jens Nielsen to the 48-yard line of Kanab. Raymond is now 4 for 13 unofficially. And this will call for a measurement. It is good enough for the first down. Jens Nielsen on a 15-yard pass reception across the middle. And the Broncos are in Cowboy territory. First and 10 at the Cowboys' 47.
47 yards on, first down at that point.
On first down, Raymond hands off up the middle to Larry Turk. Plows through a big hole. And we'll get 3, maybe 4 yards on the carry inside the Kanab 45 to the 43-yard line. Let's give Turk a 4-yard pickup on the play. 11 carries for 41 yards for Larry Turk. Second down and 6 for San Juan High School. Theron Yoakum and Jens Nielsen go to the far side. Backs in the I formation. Raymond drops straight back to pass. Lot of pressure. Fires out to Jens Nielsen. He's got it at the 45-yard line of Kanab, and he'll get back to about the original line of scrimmage. Jens Nielsen just came back trying to give John Raymond somebody to throw to before the pressure got there. Jens caught it way behind the line of scrimmage and ran back to the original line of scrimmage. Actually, no gain on the play on the completed pass from Raymond to Nielsen, Jens Nielsen, number 48. Third down, and still 6 yards to go at the Kanab 42-yard line. Delton Pugh to the near side. Jens Nielsen to the far side. John Raymond rolling out to the far side, looking for Jens Nielsen. It's thrown up for grabs, and it's intercepted there. Jens Nielsen covered like a blanket by Jim Bailey, number 54. What a game he's played. That's the third interception against John Raymond. Jens Nielsen was covered all the way, and they have been all over Jens Nielsen the entire ball game. The Broncos' leading receiver, who had caught 15 passes for about 300 yards coming into this game in only 3 games, has caught 2 for 15. First and 10 going the other way for the Kanab Cowboys. They're on their own 28-yard line. 8:29 left to go in the ball game. New quarterback into the game for Kanab. Fumble. Broncos almost recover.
There was a mix-up on the hand.
As both teams have a lot of substitutions in the game right now. The Bronco that was in there just about to recover the ball is Stephen Cochran. Good to see him back in action. Broke his finger before the first game and has been out most of the season, and now Stephen Cochran back in there for San Juan. Handoff up the middle to Ott. Ott is stopped right as he gets the football. Making the play for San Juan was number 65, Shane Mortensen. Third down, about 14 yards to go for the Kanab Cowboys.
Fast bunting is in the game.
Pitch back to Heaton. Heaton going around the far side. Corey Cochran tries to make the tackle. Flag is down on the play. And this all might go for naught. On a 3rd and 14. The new quarterback in there for the Cowboys. We don't even have a number for him on the roster, number 18.
A girl's wallet, the blue wallet, has been turned into the boot.
The penalty is holding on the Cowboys. The Broncos will decline it, take the play, and it's 4th down. The Cowboys will have to punt. Lyman Truck Line is one of this year's Bronco football sponsors. You can always depend on your packages arriving at their destination quickly and safely when you send them on Lyman Truck Line. This game is also brought to you in part by Utah Navajo Development Council. UNDC is striving for continued progress in education and employment for Utah Navajos. Scott Robertson back to punt. The left footer gets it away deep. Jens Nielsen goes back. It's over his head to the 20, still bouncing down to the 10, down to the 5. And this will be some kind of punt from the 30-yard line all the way down to the 10. And let's call that a 60-yard punt for Scott Robertson, who kicked it way over the head of Jens Nielsen. An excellent punt by Scott Robertson. The Cowboys just can't do anything wrong. 6:51 left to go in the ball game. 42-6 Kanab. The Broncos have the football. 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line is where the ball is marked. Stephen Cochran now into the ball game at quarterback for the first time this year for San Juan High School. Cochran rolling out to this side, pitches back to Corey Cochran, and there's a big fumble, and the Cowboys have it at the 10-yard line of San Juan. Stephen Cochran, number 12, the quarterback, on the quarterback option, went to pitch back to the tailback sophomore Corey Cochran. Corey Cochran couldn't find the handle, the ball got loose, and the Cowboys have the 4th Bronco turnover. Make that the 5th. 3 interceptions and 2 fumbles. And Kanab will have it 1st and goal to goal at the 10-yard line of San Juan, leading 42-6. Brent Hafen at the quarterback. Pitch out to the far side, cutting back inside and picking up a couple of yardage there. He is number 28. That is Greg Doss. Doss picking up yardage there. And they'll mark it at the 7. Doss is one back. The other back is Ott, number 33.
Waters, the youngster quarterback.
Doss is running to the near side and is stopped right at his tracks. Nice defensive play by the San Juan Broncos, pursuing to the outside. David Black was there. Todd Black was there. Farley Roberts was there. Good defense by Broncos. And it's now 3rd down and goal to goal for the Kanab Cowboys. .5:27 left to go in the ball game. 42-6, and the Cowboys knocking on the door once again. Handoff up the middle to Doss, going near the goal line. He's inside the 5. Finally brought down there by Kamika Fisher, David Nielsen, and Farley Roberts. 4th down and goal to goal inside the 5 at about the 2-yard line. You'll have to bear with us. The starting quarterback, or the quarterback in there now, is not even on the roster for the Cowboys, number 18. On 4th and goal to goal, handoff up the middle to Doss, stacked up, stone wall, and the Cowboys are denied the touchdown. San Juan will take over 1st and 10 going the other way. The Broncos stacked it up nicely, and the Cowboys are unable to score after a 1st and goal from their own 10, and San Juan takes over 1st and 10 on their own 2-yard line. Stephen Cochran is back in at quarterback for San Juan. We'll try to get some of these new names and faces for you here in the 4th and final quarter. 4:40 left to go in the ball game. Stephen Cochran, number 12, the quarterback for San Juan. Corey Cochran is the tailback. The fullback is number 33, David Black, and he has the football, gets some good yardage, and gets the Broncos out of the shadows of the goal line. David Black running from the 2 up to the 10-yard line, 8-yard carry for David Black.
Roger Long. He's up second and about 3 yards.
Black with 8 yards on the carry, 2nd down and 2 at the 10.
All on the 10-yard line. And that's what
penalty flags fly on 2nd down and 2 from the 10.
is the backfield in motion.
Broncos were in motion. That moves the ball back to 2nd down and 7 yards to go.
5 yards.
Move it back to the 5-yard line. Cochran hands off up the middle. Another fumble. Big scramble for it. And the Cowboys have it once again. Fumble up the middle on the exchange. The Cowboys have recovered the 6th San Juan Bronco turnover.
The ball knocking on the goal line again.
San Juan Bronco football is being sponsored by the Blanding Home Center.
9-yard line.
For all of your hardware, plumbing, houseware, and painting needs, visit the Blanding Home Center. Kanab takes over after a San Juan Bronco fumble deep in San Juan territory. A flag flies on the play. On the exchange, the fumble lost, the 6th turnover for San Juan. Kanab has it. 1st and goal to goal inside the Bronco 10 once again.
Quarterbacking. Clint Waters.
Waters is the quarterback for Kanab, number 18, not even on the roster. And we've got a holding penalty against Kanab. That will move the Cowboys back to the 25-yard line. 1st and 25. Well, actually, it's 1st and goal to goal at the 24 because they were inside the 10. So it's 1st and goal at the 24 for Kanab. Broncos make some substitutions. Waters drops back to pass. Looks across the middle, has a man open. Completed pass down to the 15-yard line for Waters. 10-yard pickup there.
And I can't see the man.
Clint Waters completes it to number 28, Greg Doss. 2nd down and goal to go for the Cowboys. Cowboys at the 15, 2nd and goal to goal. Pitch out to Ott. Ott trying to cut back, and he stopped right in his tracks. Nice defensive play there by the San Juan Broncos. Stacking things up in the middle there was number 65, Shane Mortensen, once again, just a sophomore. With 2:28 left to go in the 4th and final quarter, the score is Kanab 42, San Juan 6. I'm Jeff Marcel reporting for 79 KUTA. Waters back to pass now, and he's sacked in the backfield. Nice defensive play by the San Juan Broncos. Number 80, David Barfus, just a sophomore, getting in there from his defensive tackle position, sacking the quarterback. And it's 4th down and goal from the 20 for the Kanab Cowboys. The 2-minute warning has sounded, and while we've got a moment, let's tell you that for expert service on mufflers and exhaust systems, contact Causeway Service, your Shell station located on the north edge of Blanding. They are helping to bring you San Juan Bronco football on KUTA. It's been a long evening for the San Juan Broncos here in Kanab. The 1A powerhouse Kanab Cowboys have played an excellent ball game. 42-6 is the score. And now the Cowboys on 4th and goal from the 20 will attempt a long field goal from the 27. This is a 37-yard field goal for Mike Geiger. Geiger's been kicking the extra points very nicely, and now he'll try to tack on a field goal here. A 37-yard field goal attempt for the Cowboys. It's kicked up and it's very short, and it will be no good. The field goal attempt fails, and the San Juan Broncos will have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line with 1:45 left to go in the ball game. Bronco football is brought to you by Southern Utah Industries. The employees at Southern Utah Industries, apparel manufacturing plant here in Blanding, take pride in their quality work. And Chamberlain Construction and Manufacturing in Blanding is one of this year's Bronco football sponsors. Find out how you can cut your utility costs in half by using solar energy. Contact Chamberlain Construction and Manufacturing. San Juan has the football. 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. Stephen Cochran hands off up the middle. Another loose football. Broncos, David Black falls on it. And San Juan will be faced with a 2nd down and 10 at the 20.
The runner number 33.
1:30 and counting left to go in this ball game. Again, next action for the San Juan Broncos will be Friday night, September 24th in Moab against the Red Devils. 8 o'clock starting time. Broncos trounced the Red Devils last year and will be looking to have a big victory in Moab again this year. San Juan, after this ball game, will drop to 2-2. This is the 2nd of 4 consecutive road games. Broncos won their first 2 home games, and now are in danger of dropping their 2nd consecutive game on the road. They still have 2 more games on the road, at Moab on Friday, September 24th, and then at Cortez on Friday, October 1st, before returning home against the Beavers on Wednesday night, October 6th. Stephen Cochran is back to pass, fires downfield, intended for Delton Pugh, and it falls incomplete.
Pass over 83.
1 minute left to go in the ball game.
Delton Pugh. Number 83, Delton Pugh is a grand.
Stephen Cochran on an incomplete pass to Delton Pugh makes it 3rd down.
2 other grandsons on the team, 2 Chamberlain.
3rd down for the San Juan Broncos. 1 minute left to go in the ball game. San Juan is on their own 25-yard line. Stephen Cochran going back to pass, big rush, and he's sacked in the backfield. Blitz was on, and Stephen Cochran is sacked in the backfield for a loss.
Number 60.
And it's 4th down and 10 yards to go. And the Broncos will be forced to punt again with 44 seconds left to go.
Brings up a 4th down. Kimber Heaton is back in the game.
Kanab has about 30 players on the field trying to get things organized as both coaches try to work in some of the younger players, the freshmen and sophomores. Corwin Yazzie in to punt for the Broncos. Yazzie calling signals, set for the punt, gets a good snap, and it's a fake punt. Yazzie throws out to Delton Pugh. Pugh has good running room, breaks a couple of tackles, still on his feet, and Pugh's up past the 40 for a 1st down, a 20-yard first down pass play from Corwin Yazzie to Delton Pugh. Corwin Yazzie's first and maybe his only pass of his high school career. 1 for 1, a 20-yard pass completion and a 1st down to Delton Pugh. And the Broncos are still going. 5 seconds left to go in the ball game.
Remember the medical clinic.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. That was the final play of the ball game. And the final score, the Kanab Cowboys 42, the San Juan Broncos 6.
Score 42-6.
Let's quickly recap the scoring summary for you. The Cowboys got on the board first on a Whit Bunting quarterback keeper, made it 7-0 after Geiger's extra point. The Broncos' only touchdown of the game came on an exciting 85-yard kickoff return by Delton Pugh. Extra point no good. That made it 7-6. The rest of the scoring was done by the Cowboys. Whit Bunting on a 32-yard touchdown run in the first quarter made it 13-6. In the second quarter, 2 touchdowns by the Cowboys. Eric Brown, a 38-yard touchdown run. Eric Brown, an 85-yard touchdown run off a pass from Whit Bunting. At the half, it was 29-6 Kanab. In the third quarter, Hal Johnson scored 2 more touchdowns. And the final score, Kanab 42, San Juan 6. Again, reminding you, the San Juan Broncos' next game will be against the Grand County High School Red Devils in Moab. Game time is scheduled for 8 o'clock. Friday night, September 24th. That just about wraps it up from Kanab High School in Kanab. I'm Jeff Marcel reporting, reminding you once again the final score. Kanab 42, San Juan 6.